Good afternoon on this warm winter's day here at CBC Bulawayo. We're here to witness the showdown between the CBC Hornets and the Watershed Owls. We've got an exciting match on our hands. The CBC Hornets coming from a loss after Milton and a very good performance at the Peter House Sevens tournament. It'll be interesting to see what the CBC boys will be able to do this afternoon. The team for today for the CBC Hornets. Number 1, we have Vidal Bravo. Number 2, Tanaka Kutama. Number 3, Kaya Letu Moyo. Number 4, Montliwetu Mpofu. Number 5, Ethan Ferguson. Number 6, Prince Dube. Number 7, Nyasha Musendo. Number 8, and a Zimbabwe player, Cuthbert Tinavapi. Number 9, James Zisani. Number 10, Michael Chimedza. Number 11, Aiden Bauti. Number 12, Babungile Ngube. Number 13, Hopewell Matsiga. Number 14, Bandile Moyo. And starting fullback for the CBC Hornets, Sean Mutazu. Our substitutes today for the CBC boys will be Caesar Paradzai, Mtabisi Ndlovu, Martin Lindenberg, Nyasha Muchengeti, and Sibusiso Subanda. This match is brought to you today by Kahayas TV in conjunction with Sculpt Gym. We hope it's going to be an exciting match. The tension definitely high here today. The Hornets will be looking to put on an impressive home performance in front of the whole school. And it looks like it's going to be Watershed with the first kickoff of the game. And the first kickoff being received under the ball by Cuthbert Tinavapi of CBC. Great offload by Ethan Ferguson. The ball just popping loose there. CBC still with possession. And it's a cross kick by Michael Chimedza. Almost received by the CBC captain. Unfortunate mistake there, and it'll be a scrum in the direction of Watershed. First scrum down of the match. The referee just having a word with the front rowers in the scrum. Ball going down the line and the kick not coming off. Sean Mutazu steps in and out and he's gone into contact. CBC now with possession. Babungile down the line, taken hard into contact by Hopewell. The Zim player breaking through the first tackle and the ball is lost. The referee just having a word with the number 7 from the Watershed Owls. And a penalty going in the direction of the Hornets. Looks like the captain is going to be kicking for touch. Mistake by the captain and the ball not quite finding touch. Brilliant tackle by Aiden Bouty of CBC. And the ball is loose, but the penalty going in the direction of Watershed. And it looks like there's going to be another kick for touch, this time by Watershed. Once again, the ball not finding touch. It's taken by the skipper. And he fakes the kick and he's through. And it's on the outside to Aiden Bouty. And he's tackled and the ball is lost. Ball through the hands for Watershed. Great tackle by the number 7 of CBC. Vidal Bravo just taking the tackle there. Chimedza running across and he's broken the line. It's Chimedza, he steps in, steps out, and he's taken down. CBC is still in possession as Sean Mutazu recovers the loose ball. Martin driving forward. Another pick and go by Vidal Bravo. Ball shipped down the line. Skipper back to Chimedza. Chimedza breaks through the first tackle. Offloads to Babungile Ngube. Sean Mutazu steps and goes into contact. A massive hit there from the number 15. Ball taken by the forwards. Some hard running on display by CBC. Ethan Ferguson offloads to the number 4. And it's a penalty going in the direction of the Hornets. Looks like they're going to take a tap and go here. The number 2 takes it into contact, just coming short of the try line. Ethan Ferguson offloads to the number 7. It's taken into contact. Looks like the Watershed boys are holding up the player. And it's a scrum on the 5-meter line. Watershed still on the back foot in this first half. CBC need to maintain the pressure that they've been putting on the Watershed Owls if they want to convert. Still quite a while to go in this first half with just under 20 minutes remaining. The Hornets will look to score early in this first half to build up a bit of momentum in the game. And it looks like the eighth man carried out of the scrum and he was taken down. Now the number one just driving forward. Ball passed back and a big clearance kick made by Watershed. They didn't gain too much ground there, but just enough to ease the pressure on the defense. Hopefully the home crowd will make a difference here today. It was an unfortunate loss for the Hornets, losing to Milton 2 weeks ago in front of the home crowd. They'll definitely be looking to make some form of redemption in front of the school. Through the hands for Watershed and coming off the foot. Not a great kick as it's received by Sean Mutazu. Hornets once again in possession of the ball. They'll be looking to gain lots of ground as Michael Chimedza brings it left. And they've got an overlap on the outside. Aiden Bouty hard into contact through the hands to Cuthbert Navapi. Offloads to the captain. He steps inside. Hornets making lots of ground, inching slowly towards the try line. Ethan Ferguson now with the ball. The hooker from CBC taking it hard into contact. And a poor pass being made to the winger. He's not quite able to catch it. CBC Hornets so close but yet so far. They really needed to convert that opportunity if they want to make a firm impression in this match. Cuthbert Navapi to Michael Chimedza, who puts it wide, and it's try time for the CBC Hornets. The home crowd delighted with that first 5 points coming from Bandile Moyo. Cuthbert Navapi to Michael Chimedza, who puts it wide, and it's try time for the CBC Hornets. The home crowd delighted with that first 5 points coming from Bandile Moyo on the right wing. Some great passing by CBC as they ship it wide to their winger, who puts it over the try line. Ethan Ferguson now with not necessarily an easy kick from the outside. He will have been working hard to make sure that he can get these 2 points for his team. Just going right of the posts. Not the kick he would have wanted, but CBC is still with the lead, 5 points ahead. Not the easiest kick for Ethan Ferguson, but he'll be looking to convert any more tries that they have in this match. Watershed with the restart. This time it's going deep, and it's taken by the captain. He's running left, and he looks outside. Hopewell with the ball, and he cuts in, not quite breaking the line, and he's taken down. And a penalty for the high tackle. Hornets need to take it quickly here, but I think they're going to slow it down, and Babungile is going to go for the kick into touch. A much better kick coming from the captain. CBC's line out, and they opt for a 3-man jump. Cuthbert Tinavape not able to put his hands on that, and it's off the boot of a Watershed player, taken by the number 4. Hard into contact. Scrum off, sends it to Chimedza, who ships it down the line. Sean Mutazu not quite able to take that. And a tip tackle from the number 13. Penalty being awarded by the referee. And the ball being kicked for touch, and it's just in front of the 5-meter line for the CBC Hornets. Ball going back to the prop, who's taken into touch. The CBC Hornets not able to convert that line out. Still putting pressure on Watershed though, as they remain on the 5-meter line. Watershed now with possession. They ship it wide. Watershed making small gains in terms of territory. And a kick going and being received by Aiden Bouty, but the referee calls back for a penalty for offsides. A massive kick for touch from Watershed. It's not finding the outline though. Michael Chimedza steps and he breaks through the tackle. Bandile Moyo, the try scorer in this match so far, making a run. The captain tackled by the Watershed players. Through the hands. Outside, intercepted by Watershed. And Sean Mutazu chasing hard, and it's a grubber. And it finds the touchline. Massive territory gained by the Watershed Owls. They're going to really need to convert this opportunity into a try if they want to stay in this match. The Watershed player just not having the legs to outrun the CBC Hornets defense. He had to opt for a kick there if he wanted to try and gain any ground. And it's called back for a 22-meter dropout by the CBC Hornets. I think that grubber down the touchline, it just crossed over the try line before going out. Unfortunate for the Watershed boys, and it's a high kick by Babungile Ngube. And the fullback making a run down the left. Now with the number 10. A great pass behind his back. Shipped down the line. Great pass to the number 14. Offloads to the number 5, taken into contact. The number 3 finding a small gap in the defense. Hornets will need to tighten up if they want to try and stop Watershed from scoring a try now. Number 12 running hard, gaining ground there, moving ever closer to the try line. Number 13 through the hands, just being tackled, and the penalty being given to Watershed. They could go for poles here, or they could opt to take another option and go for the 7 points. And the referee just calling it offsides. The pressure just shifting slightly towards the Hornets, and they opt for the tap and go. Obviously they see a chance of scoring a try, and they'll look to equalize if not go ahead here. The Hornets defense remaining quite tight. And now the Hornets have the ball, and a clearance kick coming from CBC. But it's received, and Watershed making a run into the 22-meter of the CBC Hornets. And the pass just not finding the hands of another Watershed Owls player. One of the Watershed players currently on the floor, and it looks like he's going to be stretchered off, unfortunately. Hopefully it's not too serious of an injury. And the Owls are going to have to bring on a substitute to take the place of that injured player. An unfortunate injury for the Watershed Owls. They don't really want to be losing players this early in the game. The Hornets now with the line out, and Vidal Bravo with the throw-in. Ball taken in by the lock for CBC, and they drive them all forward. The ball going to the line. Chimedza with a great cross kick, taking it into the half of the Watershed Owls. The player just chipping over their heads. Sean having to receive the ball, and he sidesteps the Watershed player. Some brilliant play by Sean Mutazu, making lots of ground on this run. He's eventually taken down. Some great line play we've seen by the Hornets. Cuthbert just not making that pass. Aiden Bouty kicks up the field. A brilliant chase by Aiden Bouty, but he's not quite able to make contact. A brilliant tackle by the number 12. The captain really leading his team on the field today. Almost an intercept by the number 10. A great offload, but Sean Mutazu just losing it forward. And the referee has seen an offsides and has gone back for the penalty. And it looks like the number 22 from Watershed is down. I wonder if it's another serious injury for the Owls. They've already lost one player so far in this match. It would be unfortunate to see another player have to leave the field. And the Hornets kicking for touch, but not a great kick coming from the captain. Unable to find touch. The ball passed wide to the number 15, who runs into Bandile Moyo, but they're not able to make the first time tackle, and the ball is lost forward. Advantage being played by the referee. The CBC backline is looking very strong today. They've made some brilliant runs so far in the match. The passing has been immaculate, with a few mistakes coming here and there, but they're looking strong in this match so far. They're still in their half, but Cuthbert Tinavapi takes it out and runs it hard into contact. CBC almost on the verge of breaking out of their own half, and they've been given a penalty on the 50-meter line. Just over a minute left in this half, and things are still very tight here at CBC. The Hornets leading 5-0 against the Watershed Owls. The CBC captain opting to kick for touch once again. Probably would have looked to gain a bit more territory in that kick, but it finds touch and they got the line out. A great step inside by the number 7, running it extremely hard into that tackle. Cuthbert Tinavapi driving forward through the tackle. And the ball comes to the back line. And the number 10 from CBC making a handling error there, as the captain is taken down hard in his attempt of a tackle. But he recovers for it and takes down the Watershed player. This time it's Michael Chimedza under the high ball. Sean Mutazu steps inside, steps outside, and he breaks through 2 tackles. A lot of men required by the Watershed Owls to take down Sean Mutazu. Having a brilliant game so far. Through the hands, Ethan Ferguson to Cuthbert Tinavapi. The right winger from CBC running it all the way across the field. And advantage being played by the referee. The number 7 taking that ball into contact. A powerful run into contact by the CBC hooker. A chip over the defense by Michael Chimedza. And the captain will take that over for a try. A brilliant series of play by CBC. And they now extend their lead to 10 points in this first half. chip over the defense by Michael Chimedza, and the captain will take that over for a try. A brilliant series of play by CBC, and they now extend their lead to 10 points in this first half. Ethan Ferguson with an almost mirror copy of his first kick in this match. This time it'll be important for him to convert. By no means an easy kick for the number 5. Almost on the touchline, and he kicks, but he pulls it just left. Ethan Ferguson still unsuccessful in his conversions this match. Not an easy kick though. Keep your head up. Watershed are put even further onto the back foot after that try by the CBC Hornets. This time the kickoff goes left, and the referee calls the knock on by the CBC Hornets. And the line ball called by Watershed, but knocked on by their fly half. That'll be a disappointing mistake on their half. Really hasn't been the start that Watershed would have hoped for, but there still remains time in this match for them to make a recovery. Cuthbert runs it down the left, and a massive hit on the number 10. The Zim player really showing his strength in this match. Michael Chimedza switches across, and another kick through by Michael Chimedza. Watershed recover though and make a kick across the field. It doesn't find touch, and it's picked up by Sean Mutazu. Not quite able to gain as much ground as he would have hoped, and he takes it hard into contact. Cuthbert Tinevapi with the ball in contact. The CBC forwards just securing their ball, and Michael Chimedza with another kick over the defensive line, but it's taken by the number 22, who kicks it wide left, and it finds touch eventually. And Sean Mutazu takes it quickly. Some very innovative play by the number 15. That was some impressive sidestepping by Mutazu. And Hopewell on the outside, the number 10 making the run. And will he go all the way? Yes, he will. The number 10 from CBC takes it over the try line. A very great individual run by the number 10. That was fantastic by CBC. And Hopewell on the outside, the number 10 making the run. And will he go all the way? Yes, he will. The number 10 from CBC takes it over the try line. A very great individual run by the number 10. That was fantastic by CBC. But the referee's having a talk about this. But it looks like the try is going to remain with CBC, and they extend their lead to 15 points now in the first half. Ferguson now with his third conversion attempt of this match. A very important kick here for Ethan. This time it's a bit further infield, hopefully making it easier for him. And the lock lines up this third conversion attempt. This time he splits the uprights, and CBC now lead by 17 points to 0. Not great stats these games. This game, as Ethan Ferguson now has a 33% success rate. Any further tries, he'll definitely look to convert if he wants to improve his conversion rate. A very high restart by Watershed, taken in by the CBC lock. The Hornets are playing with a lot of confidence in this game. And it looks like they were held up once again, but the ball is taken to ground. And it's a turnover by Watershed. The number 12 to the number 7, passes wide to the number 15. And the Hornets, will they be able to defend this? So close to the try line come the Watershed Owls. And the ball is taken into touch. Some absolutely incredible defensive work by the CBC players. CBC now with a line out on their try line. They can't afford to make any mistakes in this area of the field, as that could be disastrous in this game. And CBC maul it forward, slowly making progress, but they're taken to ground. The ball going to Michael Chimedza, who doesn't opt to, he makes a grubber through, being chased down by CBC. And Michael Chimedza retains his own kick, offloads to the captain, who passes back, doesn't find someone. Well recovered by the CBC lock, but it's not enough as the ref calls a penalty. That ball not finding touch. We haven't seen many great kicks for touch in this game. A lot of mistakes coming from both sides' kickers. And it's the high ball by Watershed, taken by Martin from CBC. Through the hands, Michael Chimedza on the outside to Hopewell. and the ball just taken into touch by Watershed. And with that, the first half comes to an end. CBC leads 17 points to 0. Welcome back to the second half between the CBC Hornets and the Watershed Owls at CBC Bulawayo. The second half, I'll be joined by my co-commentator Unashe Marima.
It's great to be here. The boys have been playing well. CBC have been playing really well, and Watershed has been playing well on their defense, but the attack has not almost been there. They've just been losing a crucial factor.
Yes indeed. A brilliant first half by the CBC Hornets. It's going to be an exciting second half to this match. And the captain from CBC with the restart here. The second half, once again, it's brought to you by Kahaya's TV in conjunction with Sculpt's Gym. And the referee playing an advantage for that dangerous tackle by the number 15. Would you say there's been a massive improvement in the play of CBC when you compare them to 2 weeks ago against Milton?
I would say yes. No try has been scored. They've been working hard on their defense. We know it's a crucial factor. They've been more disciplined. There's not been a lot of penalties in their red zone or anything.
That is true indeed. CBC defending extremely well today. And the scrum half from the Hornets just being given a yellow card. I think that was for a tip tackle made. That's a very costly mistake by the number 9.
I think that's commentators, because I was just talking about how disciplined the boys are, and one of them goes off and gets a yellow card.
And that's the first one we've seen in this match. The first card going against CBC. And Watershed now have their first scrum of this half. The Owls just don't seem to have the width to make it round the CBC defense. As you said, the defense has been extremely tight from CBC. Michael Chimedza with a change in direction and a small kick over the top. He chases it down and Bandile Moyo picks it up and runs inside.
And it's lost in contact. Great play from Watershed to not lose spirit and not lose an inch of height.
And a clearance kick being made by Watershed, but the referee calls it back for a scrum for that first knock-on. CBC, they seem to be playing with a lot of momentum in the second half. They will have had a very encouraging team talk at halftime, I think, from Coach Nelson Madida. It's great to go into the second half with a 17-point lead. Wouldn't you agree, Unashe?
Yeah, I think the coaches are really happy. Just both coaches coming off a loss, but I feel the CBC coach had a lot to prove, and I feel here he's come to make another statement.
Brilliant tackle by the captain.
CBC appearing to be bunched up here.
The number 10 just relieving a bit of pressure being placed on their defense. The Hornets looking strong in the 22-meter of the Watershed Owls. The temperatures dropping slightly here at CBC as the sun begins to drop. It shouldn't have too much of an impact on the players. And it's a turnover ball. Once again, the number 10 from Watershed looking for the clearance kick. And he finds the touchline.
It was a great kick. Great to get him out of their danger zone because they've been playing in the 22 from both halves, and I feel like it was a good kick to try to get out of it. Try to stay out of that danger zone.
Michael Chimedza running across the field, creating space on the outside, with the Hornets unable to recover that ball. That'll be frustrating for Bandile Moyo.
Quick line out, but the ref calls it back.
Watershed now have the ball just inside their own half. The ball going over the line out and not being recovered cleanly by either side, and the referee blows it back for the knock-on by CBC. Watershed with another scrum in their half.
It's kind of interesting seeing Watershed lose so many of these scrums. We see that they have the bigger forward pack, and I feel that they need to use it more. They're way bigger than the CBC boys.
The referee just stopping the scrum there. And number 21 from Watershed being subbed off the field. Watershed with the put into the scrum, and the scrum is rotated and pressure being applied by CBC. The ball going through the hands. A mistake by number 14. And CBC will be delighted with that turnover ball. I think what it's come down to so far in this match is the number of mistakes made by the Watershed boys. I think they've just been making too many errors when passing the ball down the line, and these mistakes have turned out to be quite costly so far.
Yeah, it's been very costly, and seeing this is the second half, this is the opportunity to come back into this game, but too many mistakes have been made. It's a crucial time for them. I think the back line has been standing too shallow and too close together on the attack, which is really not giving them the width which they need.
That's true. We haven't seen Watershed be able to create an overlap so far in the game. And now it's Cuthbert Tinavapi making lots of ground, and it's shipped wide to Hopewell, who looks outside for the right winger, but he's taken down in contact. Still the ball goes down the line. Cuthbert receiving and carrying it forward. Inches away from the try line. This is going to be extremely close for the CBC Hornets. The ball going to Michael Chimedza, and there's a massive overlap. That was a terrible mistake on the outside by CBC. And Watershed now putting a lot of pressure on CBC. But the ball is called back by the referee.
It was kind of disappointing from that man, Hopewell. He's been having a good game. We know he has the talent. We know he has the talent. He's a great player. but he just scuffed it right in front of the try.
What a shame by Hopewell, who could have made that his second try in this match. A very, very costly mistake for himself and the team on the try line of the opposition. I think if CBC really want to secure this match and make a statement, they're not going to be able to make many of those mistakes.
Yes, I feel that next week they're playing Lamakandi, and they need to not make these mistakes because it'll be crucial next week. So this can kind of be seen as like
Next week, CBC going up against the Lomagandi Bisons. It's going to be an extremely hard match for the Hornets, but I think if they play with a lot of confidence and they work hard during this next week, nothing is impossible. And they have an overlap on the left, but they can't convert as the pass doesn't find the hands of the number 3. And Watershed somehow win a turnover, and the number 10 with another failed clearance attempt.
appears we're having a 4-man line out.
Watershed now with the ball in their own 22-meter. The ball goes back, and it's the number 12 from Watershed with the ball. They ship it down the line, and it's a run made by the number 15 from Watershed. A brilliant tackle made by Sean Mutazu. The captain making a run, and Aidan Bouty with an attempt for clearance, but it's charged down by the Watershed boy.
A great break from the Watershed boys. Great break. And but even better defense from the CBC boys. Sean, the star boy, was on top of it.
And the number 15 from CBC, Sean Mutazu, currently down on the floor. He's holding his right leg, and it looks like there could be an injury. That would be a great disappointment for the Hornets if Sean was to have to leave the field. Wouldn't you agree?
I would say so, but seeing the bench, it appears they have a lot of quality. So even if a player looks like they go missing, looks like they get taken off, it looks like there'll be no change in the game, they'll still play their game and do well.
That is true. CBC with a lot of depth on the bench. They've been putting in a lot of hard work these last few weeks, and it's really showing in this game. Sean Mutazu, though, being an instrumental player in CBC's match so far. And he's back on his feet. And the line out now going to CBC. Pass down the line, and Hopewell on the left wing makes a run, but he's chased down by the defense. Down the line quickly by CBC. A great pass by the number 9, and it's carried forward by the hooker. Michael Chimedza just getting caught up in contact. This time it's the scrum half making a run up the field. Michael Chimedza with yet another kick in this match. We've seen so many of them from him, and a lot of them have paid off and led to tries. It's great to see him experimenting with his kicking game.
We know this man loves kicking, and it's usually most definitely brings out something, and we get a great output from it.
Watershed now carrying it left, and the pass over to the number 15. We've seen a few great runs from this player, but the ball going loose there, and James making a run. Offloads to the captain, who steps inside. He didn't gain much ground there as he's taken into contact. The number 15 seems to be playing well at the moment. A bit of scruffy play on the right hand side of the field for the Hornets. But they secure the ball and will look to get out of the danger zone, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I can feel that Michael Schmitz is about to kick. Oh, no, buddy.
And it's a switch in play, and he passes down the line.
A knock on there from the Watershed boys. It'll be a scrum for the CBC boys.
Still no one being able to score in the second half. I think the CBC Hornets will be slightly disappointed that they weren't able to carry on with their scoring streak in the second half.
I feel like you also have to give props to the Watershed boys. It seems that the encouragement they got from the team talk, they worked on their defense and it helped with their defense. But now they need to come back with the attacking part as well. It's very crucial for them if they want to be back inside this game. The score is currently 17-0.
That's true. Watershed definitely looking to have improved in the second half. They've managed to hold off the Hornets so far. But what's important, as Marima said, is that they need to look to try and convert some of their opportunities in the second half. Now with the ball being passed down the line and almost intercepted by the number 10. But the knock-on being awarded to the Owls by the referee. Yet another knock-on by the CBC number 10. Not the best performance we've seen from him, but he still has a try in this match. So not too bad, but he could look to improve.
I feel that he may be a little bit off, but we know Opal, he's a great player, great at what he does. We only hope that he may do better, and we may see him shine today.
The Watershed line not looking too comfortable in this match. They've been put under a lot of pressure by the CBC defense. Some great play though, nevertheless. As I've mentioned, they're number 15, making a few impressive runs. But it just hasn't been enough to break through the CBC line and put some points on the board for them.
Yeah, I feel they've been missing that crucial factor to score the tries. Because we've seen them having their chances now, but their mistake is always made as they're attacking.
Cuthbert Tinavapi breaking through the line, and his leg drive powerful, breaking through another tackle. He's making solid gains towards the line. And he just comes short.
A great run from Cuthbert there. He made it from their own 10 to the Watershed's 5. And it appears there's a try. It's been called back.
But CBC, yep, they've been given the penalty. They probably would have wanted the 5 points there, but there's still a chance there for the CBC Hornets.
Yeah, it's definitely a dangerous zone for Watershed, and they need to really put in hard.
Yep, hearts and body on the line for the CBC Hornets as they make gains towards the line. Michael Chimedza fakes the pass and breaks through the line, but he's taken down in a massive hit. CBC get over the line for a try, and that gives them their 4th try of this match. Michael Chimedza fakes the pass and breaks through the line, but he's taken down in a massive hit. CBC get over the line for a try, and that gives them their 4th try of this match.
Great play there. We saw the overlap. Great play from Mike and beautiful pass. We know that he can. He's just an all-round player. He can do the kicking and he can make those long passes. Great play from CBC altogether.
Ethan Ferguson now with his 4th attempt for a conversion. He's made one of them so far, and he'll be looking to make this his 2nd. Once again, it's not an easy kick for the number 5. But he puts it in between the uprights, and that's another 2 points to CBC.
A great kick from Ethan Ferguson. It appears he's watched his shooting boots today.
"24 points, now the lead to the CBC Hornets." And the number 10 with the restart. He sends it deep into CBC's half. Taken by Ethan Ferguson, who carries it into contact. Crucial mistake by the CBC Hornets. But they've recovered the ball and they are driving forward. A great pick and go by the number 4. Michael Chimedza with a decent clearance kick under the ball by the number 15 of Watershed. And it's a penalty going towards the Hornets. They'll be happy with that one.
The captain is down. We only pray that is okay. We know that he is CBC's crucial man, the engine of this team. We pray that is okay. We do not hope to see any boys injured from either side.
He looks like he's in a lot of pain. Hopefully it won't be anything serious for the number 12. I think the home support has played quite an important role today in the Hornets' lead so far. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree. They've been playing well on home turf. It's great to have the support here. We know it's a full house and another compulsory. But it's taken quickly.
Michael Chimedza breaking through the line. Such a strong player, and he's extremely fast. And it's Hopewell, and he takes his 2nd try in this match. Fantastic play by the CBC Hornets. I think that quick tap and go definitely played a crucial role in the scoring of that try.
Taken quickly.
Michael Chimedza breaking through the line. Such a strong player, and he's extremely fast. And it's Hopewell, and he takes his 2nd try in this match. Fantastic play by the CBC Hornets. I think that quick tap and go definitely played a crucial role in the scoring of that try.
Yes, it definitely did. The Watershed boys were not awake and they were focusing on the injury, but play was still on. And just there we see how good of a player Michael Chimedza is, making that almost like a 15-meter pass. Great play, and we see that man again, Hopewell. I told you that he'd be back, and he did well.
Some very quick decision making by the CBC Hornets. And it's those kind of decisions at this point in the game which will help them in securing this win. There's still time though for the Watershed boys to make a comeback, but it's going to take a lot of heart and it's going to take a lot of skill on their part. Ethan Ferguson with another conversion attempt. A very difficult kick from the outline, and he doesn't quite make that one.
Unlucky for him.
And the restart goes high. Watershed retain the ball through the hands. Number 10 taking it into contact. To the number 15, steps inside, but he once again takes it into contact. Possibly not making the ground he would have wanted to, but it's okay because the Watershed Owls get a penalty and they make ground towards the CBC try line, and the offload just not quite reaching the hands of another blue player. Hopewell playing extremely well. He steps inside, steps outside, and he breaks through the tackle. He's eventually taken down.
It looks like we've got the boy back inside this game, breaking free from about 3 or 4 tackles there. But it appears Watershed has retained possession, and it's a turnover.
The knock-on just coming from the blue number 9. It was these mistakes we were talking about earlier. You can't really be making such big errors at this point in the game. I mean, they're 29 points down, and they really need to try and make a comeback if they want to stand any chance of winning this game.
There's not much time left. I feel that it's essential for them to not make any mistakes. They need to capitalize on whatever they get if they want to be back inside this game.
And there's about 12 minutes left in the second half. The Hornets with a comfortable lead of 29 points. I don't think they'll be too concerned in terms of their defensive game, but they mustn't become complacent, and they still need to keep working forward and going for that try line.
No smiles around here. I feel there's no complacency seen. None of the boys are smiling from either side. CBC boys look like they're saying the job is not done.
100% correct. Both sides still very serious, and it's going to be important for the Hornets to maintain that high intensity level of play if they want to secure this match. And it's a disappointment for the number 6 from CBC, who is walking off the field with an injury, it appears. Michael Chimedza switching directions. We've seen quite a lot of that play in this match from both sides. That change in direction, it really has the defense not knowing what to do. A great pass over to the captain. That chip not quite going where he wanted it to go. The number 15, great pass inside to number 12. Watershed making advancements.
Big hit there. And the ball is stolen by CBC.
CBC winning that penalty for not releasing the ball. Disappointment on the face of the number 3 from Watershed.
It's been a very physical game. We've seen that many of the boys have been getting injured here. Very physical game.
The sun now almost completely disappeared behind the trees. The temperatures are definitely getting a lot lower, and play is going to have to become a lot more intense now as we reach the end of this game.
Rugby is a game that's played 1 minute at a time. Very essential for the CBC boys not to get complacent and for the Watershed boys to come back in this game.
James making a brilliant run, passes to the skipper, offloads to number 19. Strong leg drive by the CBC hooker. Goes wide to Chimedza, who passes over the top to Hopewell. A brilliant tackle coming from Watershed.
Great play there from Watershed. The man is down. We can only hope he's okay, and that he gets up.
And there's another scrum on that side of the field. CBC's ball. They'll really be looking to score yet another try in this match.
Score is 29-0, and it appears CBC are now making substitutions, probably to give the bench some game time and some experience. We've seen the man Gweja, who's had a great game, the number 2, the hooker, who runs hard, coming off Caesar Paratai.
I think all the boys from both sides will be looking to give their best in the rest of this match. I mean, for the upper 6 players in each of the teams, it'll be an important match for them as we draw to the end of the season. And there we see Cuthbert Tinavapi, the Zimbabwe player, taking it over the line.
That's a big man, and he's been playing in the line today as the second center.
Give their best in the rest of this match. I mean, for the upper 6 players in each of the teams, it'll be an important match for them as we draw to the end of the season. And there we see Cuthbert Tinavapi, the Zimbabwe player, taking it over the line.
That's a big man, and he's been playing in the line today as the second center during some of these attacks, and he's been playing well. There are a lot of questions asked whether he could do it today. He's usually forward and not usually playing in the line, but we've seen that he does well in it. He's broken the line about 3 or 4 times, and he's really been a problem for Watershed.
He's adapted extremely well, and he's having an incredible game. He's such a strong player, and the way he plays, he has such an influence on the game, wouldn't you say?
Big influence. He's a part of that Zim national team, the Zim under-18 team. He was selected, and you can see why. He's a great player and has been really influential today in the game.
Now Ethan Ferguson looking to convert Cuthbert's try. And it goes through the uprights, and Ethan Ferguson with another successful attempt. He's made some great kicks today, and although the positioning of many of them has not been the easiest, I think he's done pretty well considering the circumstances.
We're not used to seeing a number 5 kicking, and he's a big man, and he's been doing great in it. We can see that he's an all-rounder, great in kicking and great in playing as a forward.
And the restart by Watershed. And the ball just going loose on the ground there, carried forward by Kaya Letu. Chimedza sending the ball down the line.
This man Prince, the one with the ball now, he's been playing as the number 8. We know that he has dancing feet, quick on his feet, and he's had a good game today.
Another kick made by Chimedza, but this time it doesn't really help them. And a brilliant try-saving tackle by the number 9, and they turn over the ball. That was absolutely fantastic play by the scrum half. As you said, CBC can't become complacent, and I think that defensive play by them in that situation just shows that they're still in this game.
CBC coming off a loss, and you can see the hunger that they're displaying today. That was a great tackle from James Zisane. Great tackle and great play.
And another scrum being called by the referee. And it looks like Vidal Bravo being subbed off. He's had an incredible run today, and he's really played well.
Portuguese Mafia, as they call him, making a replacement for the man known as Mark Henry.
CBC on their own try line. They have possession of the ball, but any mistake here could be detrimental. And there, Michael Chimedza making one of his first mistakes of this match.
Just as you're talking about it being detrimental, but there was a knock on there, right in their try line. It was a crucial area, right in their red zone, a very dangerous area. I'd like to see what Watershed 2 years they have a scrum.
The Owls will once again be looking to convert this opportunity. They haven't had many of these chances on CBC's try line to take points. So if they're able to convert this into 5 or 7 points, I think that would be a great booster for them towards the end of this match.
But there was a great tackle there. CBC looked like they're hungry for it. Exactly what I've been talking about. They've been displaying the hunger we've seen here. And there's an overlap.
We've seen so many mistakes like that on the try line today, and I think it's really shown on the scoreboard. 36 points to 0. It's not the best that Watershed would have hoped for.
They say the scoreline tells the story, and the story has been told. Watershed have not been doing too well in their attack. They've just been missing that one key factor to push them over the try line. And it shows today CBC were crucial in their attack, clinical, and great in their defense. Great game from CBC today.
I think what this game has come down to has been who has made the least mistakes. And CBC have done extremely well to keep the pressure on Watershed. Michael Chimedza just losing his footing there, and the captain carries it up the field. And he fakes the pass, and a great chicken wing pass to Hopewell. You can really see the chemistry that this team has. It's been building all season, and I think it's really starting to show in this match. Caesar Paradzai, the deputy head boy, carrying the ball into contact. A great pass down the line to Michael Chimedza. He steps inside, steps outside, back to the skipper, who takes it under the poles, and it's try time for CBC.
I feel CBC can just see it in their backline and a few of their forwards. The amount of quality they have, the amount of skill each of the players have. We've been seeing them make.
A great pass down the line to Michael Chimedza. He steps inside, steps outside, back to the skipper, who takes it under the poles, and it's try time for CBC.
I feel CBC can just see it in their backline and a few of their forwards. The amount of quality they have, the amount of skill each of the players have. We've been seeing them make over 20-meter passes the whole game, such as Michael Chimedza, Babongile, and Hopewell, as well as Prince Ngube.
We've seen a lot of great work from all of those players. As I said earlier in the match, the back line really working together today. And the conversion is taken by the captain, who takes it as a drop kick. And that's full time here at CBC. The Hornets win over the Watershed Owls, 43 points to 0. Thank you to my co-commentator Unashe Marima for joining me here today. Once again, a big thank you to Sculpt Gym and Kahayas TV for recording this match.